When you're scrolling through endless mattress options at 2 a.m., it's easy to feel like you're about to make a decision that could ruin your sleep for years. I've been there trying to balance the fear of spending too much on something that might sag after a few months against the anxiety of ending up on a cheap foam slab that leaves you tossing all night. That uneasy spot between I need a better bed and I don't want to waste money is exactly why I wanted to break down the Nectar Premier Copper Hybrid Full Mattress, the matching frame, and headboard before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of sleep situation that usually pushes people toward a hybrid mattress. You've probably tried a standard memory foam bed that's great at hugging your body but feels too warm, or a traditional innerspring that gives you bounce but leaves you with pressure points. The hybrid tries to give you the best of both worlds, a supportive spring core paired with layers of foam that contour to you. Nectar's version adds a copper-infused cover that's marketed as dual-action cooling, which sounds like a fancy way of saying the surface won't trap heat like some older memory foams did. Now, who actually benefits from this mix? If you're a side sleeper who wakes up with a sore hip, the memory foam layers can relieve pressure where you need it most. If you're a back sleeper who likes a little give but still wants firm support for spinal alignment, the 6.5 out of 10 firmness rating lands you in a sweet spot, firm enough to keep your spine straight, soft enough to sink into a little. People who share a bed and want to minimize motion transfer will also appreciate the fact that the springs are individually pocketed, so when your partner rolls over, you're less likely to feel the ripple. On the flip side, if you're a stomach sleeper who needs a really firm surface to keep your hips from sinking too deep, this mattress might feel a touch too plush after a while. The biggest practical strength of the Premier Copper Hybrid is its cooling claim, and here's why it actually matters. The copper-infused cover isn't just a marketing tag. Copper ions are known to help disperse heat. In real-world terms, I've heard from a few friends who live in hotter climates that they notice a subtle drop in nighttime sweating compared to their old all-foam beds. It's not an ice-cold sensation, but it's enough to keep the surface from feeling like a sauna after you've been in bed for a few hours. Pair that with the fact that the mattress is 14 inches thick, and you get a substantial amount of material that can act as a thermal buffer. Another pragmatic advantage is the forever warranty that comes with the Nectar line. In practice, this means you won't have to worry about a sagging spot after a few years because the company will replace the mattress at no cost. The 365-night home trial also gives you a full year to test the bed in your own environment, which is a rare level of confidence from a brand. For buyers who are nervous about committing, those two promises essentially remove the worst-case scenario of being stuck with a bad purchase. Let's talk about the frame and headboard because they're part of the package you're getting. The bed frame has 8-inch legs and sturdy wooden slats that are spaced close enough to support the hybrid core without causing bottoming out. The slats are pre-installed, so you don't have to spend extra time adding a separate support system. That's a huge convenience if you're not into DIY furniture. The headboard is upholstered in the same grey fabric as the mattress cover, with button tufting that adds a touch of contemporary style. It's not a recliner or a storage headboard, but it does give the room a finished look without needing a separate core purchase. Now for the trade-offs. The first thing many people mention when they unpack a hybrid of this size is the weight. A full-size, 14-inch hybrid mattress can tip the scales at around 100 pounds, and the frame adds another 30 plus. If you live in an apartment building with narrow stairwells or you have a limited crew to help you move it, you'll need to plan ahead. The box it arrives in is big, but Nectar does promise a door-to-door delivery that includes bringing it inside and setting it up, which can save you a lot of hassle, but you still have to be prepared for the heavy lifting. Another subtle weakness is the medium firm feel. While many reviewers rate that as a happy medium, there's a small segment of sleepers who prefer a noticeably firmer feel, especially those who have chronic lower back pain that improves on a very solid surface. In those cases, the mattress might feel like it's giving a little too much give after a few weeks, and the copper cover, while cool, doesn't add any extra bounce or